Greetings, my name is Mandy Young, and I am sure that you might be visiting my website or Facebook page because you saw an advert in The Voice. So I just wanted to say hello and to introduce myself. My profession began at the University of Cape Town. That's where I studied in Cape Town, and then I returned to my hometown in Zimbabwe, Gweru, where I worked with an amazing team of people, social work supervisors, police, medical people, legal people. It was a great place to grow in my profession, a lot of support and a lot of camaraderie. I did child and family assessments, and I did quite a lot of foster care and adoption and assisting with children in residential care. We then moved to South Africa, and we actually lived as house parents in a children's home for 2 years. We had our own 2 children who were 1 and 3 years old at the time. And then we had 6 other children between the ages of 6 and 16 who we had the privilege to spend time with and support them in their life journey, which had not started in a very good way. I also helped with a lot of foster care and adoption in that work situation. And then I began studying again. I did my psychology honors and I did my master's in psychology. And the focus of my master's was a research practitioner approach to a divorce adjustment program for children. And I assessed that from an ecosystemic perspective. So I did quite a large look at all the different variables that can impact that life-changing decision of parents separating or divorced. Looked at parenting skills, group leaders, children's dynamics, whether they're male or female, socio-cultural impacts, teachers. So it was pretty extensive over 5 years. And I did a pre and post assessment of this group and then a 15-month follow-up. And the group was found to be very impactful over a long-term basis for children having to learn quite advanced and mature skills, and also parents having to find who they were again, find how to support themselves emotionally in quite a challenging time with lots of things going on. After that, in my private practice, I continued to work in post-divorce adjustment quite significantly, but also branched out in other areas. So I was working more individually, taking a lovely journey, walking alongside people who are depressed, dealing with habits and addictions, sometimes abuse, people who just wanted to have some space to talk and to find themselves and to just find out what they're passionate about, how they would like to live their greatness, how they'd like to make a contribution into their own lives, have loving relationships. Did quite a lot of couples counseling. I also worked with 2 medical teams. So one team was a team working with cancer patients and their families, patients who were dealing with quite advanced cancer. And so that often involved quite a lot of grief counseling, bereavement counseling. I also worked with, the other medical team was working with amputees, often amputees who had lost a limb through an accident, either at work or on a motor vehicle, motorbike. And we did some exciting things together. A group of us went on a wilderness encounter. By that stage, I was fully into my nature therapy and integrated the 2 really well. We went into a place called Shishlui Umfolozi, and the Umfolozi section of this game reserve has no roads, no tents, highest density of predators in the world, just myself, 3 amputees and 2 game guides. So it was a safe situation. We slept under the stars, walked through the wilderness, encountered many different animals, and really in the process learned a lot about ourselves. So after that, I spent a lot of time observing wild animals, so the elephants, African wild dogs, white lions, mountain gorillas, cute gregarious meerkats, each of them that I was drawn to observing, because they're so good at adapting to their environment, so good at relating to each other, I could learn a lot from their behavior. And so were the people who were traveling with me were learning a lot as well. We used to have facilitated group discussions where after a wildlife encounter we would reflect and think about, what does that mean to us? What have we learned about ourselves as a result of watching elephant mothers lager around little ones, or elephant bulls sparring, or a big silverback mountain gorilla looking after all the little youngsters. There were so many things to learn from animals. And then I swam with wild dolphins, which was incredible experience and continue to do so. It's beyond describing, really. It's something that intuitively many people really know they want to do. Dolphins have this incredible sonar capability that kind of gives you this buzz. They scan your body. They can read whether your system is functioning as it should. They can even stimulate your immune system. Sometimes have been known to break down cancerous tumors, and definitely have enhanced the hope and the love and the unconditional love people with depression and that kind of thing experience when swimming with wild dolphins. With autistic children and learning disabled children, often that experience has meant increased mental concentration, better performance at school. So many amazing impacts just by spending time in nature and with wildlife. That extended for me to walking with human beings who still live in nature in a integrated, interlocked way, the Maasai and the Bushmen. So I've just had the most amazing privilege in life to have learned from the most incredible beings. And I would love to meet you, love to pass on some of this experience so that your life will be enriched and supported in some way. So I hope that we get to meet soon. I look forward to your call or your email or your text message. And I look forward to us being able to have a couple of conversations or take a life-changing journey together. Bye for now.